Maybe noticing if anything's coming up for you right now. And after that third exhalation, come forward onto the hands and knees, untuck the toes, and just pound the feet out, giving them a little massage. Pounding out the tops of the toes. And then release. We'll go ahead and bring yourself up to stand and reach for your tennis ball here. So we're just gonna place the tennis ball underneath the foot and just kind of gently applying pressure. Just roll that tennis ball all around on the toes, on the ball joint of the foot, on the arch, back on the heel. Just really kind of getting into all that tension that we hold underneath the foot that we may not even be aware of. We'll take another moment here just to kind of roll that ball back and forth, maybe pausing to put a little extra pressure if you feel any knots or any extra tension. And then wiggle that foot out, and we'll bring it under the left foot. Again, applying a little bit of pressure, rolling that ball underneath the ball of the foot, the toes, the arch, that heel, getting the outside edge and inside edge of the foot. Maybe wobbling a little with your balance, that's okay. We'll take another moment here to breathe into that left foot. And then release, shake that foot out, move the tennis ball off to the side, and we'll come into Tadasana, mountain pose here. So bringing the feet about hip distance apart, go ahead and lift the toes so that we're really grounding down through all four corners of the feet here, lifting up in those arches, and then see if you can spread the toes wide, and then allow them to release down to the mat as we lift through the thighs, through the core, and roll the shoulders down and away from the spine. Maybe bringing the hands to the center of the heart, feeling free to rest the eyes closed here, and notice what that does to the balance. So in this pose, it may not look like we're doing that much, but we're really strengthening the leg muscles all the way from the outsides and insides of the feet, all the way up through the legs. And we'll get into this a little more as we move into tree pose here in a moment. So let's take one more deep breath in here. And deep breath out. And then keeping that rootedness, that grounding in the left toes, begin to shift the weight out of the right foot. Maybe creating a kickstand for yourself as we keep the gaze, the drishti, down at something that's not moving. Maybe the toes come up to the left shin, or maybe we help the right foot along up to the thigh. We just want to be mindful that we avoid the knee. So putting pressure on that knee can cause damage over time. But as we stand tall in this tree pose, we're really building up strength in the ligaments and the tendons that support our ankle, which can be really important, especially there's a lot of foot injuries nowadays, and a lot of physical therapists actually recommend this pose to their patients. So we'll take one more deep breath at whatever variation of the pose you've chosen to explore. And then exhale, release, maybe shake out the feet, shake out the wrists, and then set yourself up in that Tadasana mountain pose once more, maybe lifting the toes to ground through the ball joints of the feet, releasing the toes to the mat. As we roll the heart open, bring the hands to the center of the heart and shift the weight over to the right toes. Maybe finding a kickstand with those left toes. Maybe bringing the left foot to the right shin. Gently applying pressure with that left foot as we open the hip just a little bit, keeping the hips squared forward. And then maybe reaching down for those left toes and bringing the left toes into the right thigh. Again, being mindful that we're avoiding putting any pressure on the knee, as that can really damage our joints over time. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here to feel all these stabilizer muscles on the sides of the legs really strengthening and building up to supporting our bodies. We'll take 1 more deep breath in